Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. It's Michael Sandler, host of the Inspire Nation show, along with Jessica by my side, aka the Pookie, who is running the chat room, all things chat. So excited to see so many of you here in the chat room already. We are in for a fun and exciting ride tonight to help you to find your happy with pumpkins, puppies, unicorns, rainbows, of course, and so much more. Let's take a deep breath, shall we? Let's take a deep breath to begin. In through the nose, down to the belly. Out through the nose. Let's smile so that we are firing the parts of the brain that help bring us into a state of happy. And one more time, and I like doing this through the nose, which triggers the parasympathetic or rest, relax, and happy part of the nervous system. Very, very good. See, the challenges today, they aren't as they appear to be. It's like the mirror says, objects in mirror, baby, different distance away than we think they are. It's not about the coronavirus. Well, part of it is about the coronavirus. It's not about politics or, oh my God. And it's certainly not about what this side said and that side said, or what they said about the latest detergent, or God only knows what. It is about energy. That's why I'm the woohoo guy. When we have classes together, I go to that state of woohoo, which is really about getting us to the highest vibrational state that we possibly can, finding a way to give it stick and make that higher vibrational state our natural baseline. You see, happiness, certainly there are going to be ups and downs in life, waves and troughs, and now more than ever, when we're holding big energy, when we're handling the energy of everyone and everything around us, there are massive waves, both of up, and we're free, we're out, and of down, oh my God, and up and down, natural waves. But right now, the waves appear to be much bigger. And if we're not awake and aware, it's very easy to be sucked down into a sea of, I'm putting this in quotes, negativity. Why did I put that in quotes? Because at the end of the day, that's just a label. There's no such thing as negativity. There's no such thing as good or bad. Only story. Now with story comes suffering, which is a whole nother topic, which we might actually get to tonight. But what we're really talking about is being uncomfortable with big energy. I came from a fighting family. I was taught how to fight early on. Our home was not called a democracy. Actually, my parents loved to say, this is not a democracy. And there was a lot of internal struggle, strife, and God knows what. And I would melt down a lot. I would try to pull the railing off of the wall, to yank it off of the wall. I would try to break something. I would want to punch a hole through the wall. I would freak out. Why am I saying this? What I wasn't trained to do was to handle big energy. And what my parents were saying lovingly, well, they weren't trying to be loving at the time. I love you guys so much. I'm not trying to pick on them. They have come so far. But what they were doing is gifting me with challenge, with strife, with fear, with anxiety, with exactly the stuff we're getting now, and saying, here, Michael, have it, baby Michael, on a platter. And I was going, I don't know how to handle big energy. When we have fear, worry, anxiety, challenge, strife, freak out right now, what we're really talking about is an inability to handle or hold onto big energy. In fact, happiness, which we're going to talk about, has to do with flipping the energy or transmuting or switching that energy, actually more the awareness of that energy, which seemingly transmutes or switches its polarity. Like electricity, there's a constant shift going on. Where do we want that energy? So we're all energetic beings. So I figured we'd do a little energy experiment. We may actually do several fun energetic hacks tonight. And we'll call this the Mr. Miyagi exercise after Karate Kid, which is, I'd like you to take your hands, clap them together, And now for a good 10 seconds or so, I want you to push your hands together. You're kneading the dough. You're kneading the dough. You're getting ready to fix Danielson, who's just gotten kicked in the leg and needs some healing. Get those hands good and warm. We'll go for another couple seconds. All right. And I want you to put your hands now an inch or less apart and feel that buzziness. In fact, you can almost squish your hands together and feel what seems like, it's kind of weird, an imaginary, I'll put that in quotes, imaginary energy between your hands. In fact, pause them for a second. Feel that snap, crackle, pop. That's not an illusion. That's real. You are playing with energy. That's why I call myself an alchemist, and I call you an alchemist too, somebody who plays with energy. When we're talking about rainbows and unicorns, what we're really talking about isn't just Yahtzee, Monopoly, or whatever the latest game is that you want to play, although board games could be really fun during this time. What I'm talking about is playing with the unknown, or more specifically, the unseen, which can seem like magic. Because 150 years ago, radio signals were seen as magic. 50 years ago, cell phones were seen as magic. But really what it is we are swimming in a soup in a field of energy. Heck, for the better part of the last 100 years, you could go into the hospital, have your heart checked out with an EKG. You can have your head plugged in to an EEG. There's even a device right now, I'm looking for it. Oh, I've got it in the other room, a heart coherence device where I can measure whether I am in resonance or in coherence with my heart. We are spiritual, energetic beings here in a physical meat suit. When we learn how to play with energy, when we learn how to, I like to put my hands out in front of me as a giant bowl. In fact, if you've seen an old Kung Fu movies, an old Jackie Chan movie, for instance, or a Jet Li movie, for that matter, you'll see them with their arms out in front of them, the student training, down in a squat. They may even be holding a giant bowl that they can't allow the water to swish around, and their legs are getting wobbly until they eventually spill the bowl. What they're learning how to do is quite literally hold energy. And that's what I want to train you to do tonight. So we are going to talk about rainbows and unicorns, or as I like to say, puppies and unicorns, because I am calling in Puppy. Puppy, if you hear me and magically show up on my door, I will be forever grateful. Woohoo! And give you the greatest life in the world. With that said, without the ability to hold energy, we feel jitters, we feel nervous, we feel anxious, we feel terrified. We will literally have panic attacks or worse. And in this coronavirus time, and I'm not trying to scare you, when we have an overabundance of energy and we don't know what to do with it, it produces a cortisol response, which produces an inflammatory response, which suppresses the nervous system, the exact opposite of what we want to do. But when we take this same energy, woohoo, and we flip it, we take the positive, negative, negative, positive, whichever way you want to call it. When we take that energy and flip it, we end up boosting our immune system, giving ourselves happy drugs. We get oxytocin, we get dopamine, we get epinephrine, we get so much good stuff. Epinephrine, usually more fight or flight, but we get so many good, happy drugs, which help us raise our immune system. You want a happy drug? Smile with me. 2-3 seconds, go. Feels really goofy, doesn't it? Feels really, really goofy. Feels silly quantities of goofy. Yes, silly. Why? And the word silly in particular, because the brain doesn't know the difference between the actual happiness and the motor skills going on. So when you bring yourself into a forced smile, the brain thinks, oh, he must be happy. and releases happy drugs. You just transmuted energy. You said, oh, I don't feel good, but okay, I'll force a smile. And suddenly you feel much, much better. So let's talk about some ways you can Tai Chi energy. And if you caught our class, today's what, Friday? Tuesday? It's been a busy week. I had Bernie Siegel on the show, Dr. Bernie Siegel, earlier today. Oh my God, was that special with some amazing hacks to boost your immune system. In fact, I think I'm probably going to call the talk Deceiving You into Perfect Health. It was crazy the ways that he has used deception into healing his patients. In other words, he was tricking them into getting into their happy place. So I had Dr. Bernie Siegel on today. Yesterday, I had on Peniche Desai. Oh my God, we were talking about energy. We were talking about love. We were talking about finding your happy. Both of those interviews are going to be coming up. We're also going to be telling you in a little bit about our happy boot camp coming up Monday through Friday. We're going to learn how to dive deep into your soul, transmute energy on a daily basis, and make happiness into our bodies. Now, the breath is energy. The breath is the ultimate energy of the universe. Without the breath, we exist for seconds. Without water, we exist for hours or days. Without food, unless you become a breatharian, we exist for weeks. But without the breath, you can only go, relatively speaking, moments. It's your quickest source of energy. In fact, if you were to hyperventilate right now, and I'm not going to have us practice this, you would feel buzzy quite quickly because of the amount of energy that you're moving around. Now, if you don't know how to play with CO2, you would probably knock yourself out in a couple minutes. Real funny story on this. I learned how to play with CO2 early in life because I was training to become a professional cyclist. So I was in, I think, biology 101 or something in high school. And the biology teacher asked for a volunteer to hyperventilate and had me hyperventilate, hoping that I would get really, really dizzy and loopy. And I went for minute after minute after minute after minute after minute until he goes, wait a second. Are you an aerobic athlete? And I said, well, yes, absolutely. I'm a cyclist training to become a professional. And he goes, no wonder. You have already trained with CO2. And then, in other words, I had trained with a form of energy, transmuting one thing into one property into another and back again. O2 to CO2 and back. All right. So what do we do? If you're feeling nervous, worried, afraid, or anxious, one very simple thing that you can do is look for it in your body. Go hunting for it. Say, body, where am I feeling this? Is it my belly that's flipping in two? Is it that my throat feels like it is tightening up? Does it feel like I'm breathing only down to the top of my lungs? Which means that I'm speaking like this. I'm speaking really fast and I don't feel like I can get any air in. Breathe. Where in your body is your energy getting stuck? Maybe it's a knee. Maybe it's a foot. Maybe it's gas. Maybe it's who knows what or where. But what I want you to do the next time that you start to feel unhappy, in other words, you get this energy going, is I want you to pull on the golden string. I always call it a golden string because it's always energy. Pull on the string and follow it and see where it leads you. So let's say it's your belly is flipping in two. What are we going to do? And if you're an athlete, you can do this the next time you have a running race or something and your knees, your joints, your something is getting sore. Put all your awareness and attention on it. We've all heard the term, what you resist persists. So you don't fight against that foot pain if you're doing a running race. You don't fight against that belly flip-flopping if you've just read the news and it feels like it's, you don't even know what it's going to do. Are you going to colic? Or you don't fight it when your heart starts to race on you because you just read the latest craziness. Instead, focus on it. Bring your attention to it. Bring your awareness to it. And now breathe into it. Breathe in to your belly. Breathe in to your racing heart. Breathe in to your sore foot or knee. Bring your breath, bring your awareness, bring your energy to your emotion. Emotion. Energy in motion. When you find that energy, what you'll find is it was stuck. And like a dam being plugged or a river being dammed, it keeps building up and up and up until you address it. But if you keep breathing into it and bringing your awareness to it, all of a sudden it will pump and you will have your energy flowing again. In fact, tonight, if you can hang out till the end, we are going to do another brief tapping session, EFT tapping, called Emotional Freedom Technique, where we tap on acupressure points with a very powerful clearing statement to burst that dam and get the energy flowing again. And then we always transmute that energy. In other words, after, this is for both tapping and breath, after you get the energy flowing again, replace it with something positive. For instance, go to a mantra. I am safe. I am loved. I am okay. I am safe. I am loved. I am okay. I am worthy. I am good. I am special. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Why am I speaking like this? Like Henry the tortoise. Because I am with my voice. You are getting in a resonant frequency with you. It might be a little jarring if I'm going a little too slow at the moment. I remember when I first heard Eckhart Tolle, he drove me insane. But we get in resonant frequency with the biggest tuning fork in the house, which I'm training to be you. You get to be the biggest resonant tuning fork because when you are, you calm down everyone around you and you can help them get to the happy place. When you're the opposite, as sometimes is the case with the pookster, when I'm running around trying to get ready for an interview and I have become mindless of my energy, then I'm barfing freak out energy all over her and she doesn't know what to do because I'm going too fast and then my energy is too high. If I drop down, I can make the Pookie's life a lot better. So first, breathe into wherever it is in your body that you are feeling that energy. The second thing, which I've been practicing with you, is slow down your breath. Slow and controlled, deep diaphragmatic breathing from the nose. Why? Because as babies, we were obligatory nasal breathers. If you wanted mama's milk, you breathed through your nose. If you didn't want mama's milk, you breathed through your mouth. In other words, babies always breathed through the nose until I had first respiratory infection and they couldn't breathe through the nose and they went to the mouth as a place of panic. That's why when we're breathing through the mouth, we're panicked. When you see animals breathing through the mouth, they're panicked. They're in de-stress. You want to get out of de-stress, breathe through the nose, but don't breathe to the top of the lungs. This is the tiny part of your lungs. Breathe. It's a bell you've got here. Breathe to the bottom of the bell. That's where you get the greatest gaseous exchange. So slow down the breath. We're going to do a little example here. You can do, if you want to slow down the breath, you can go to breathing in and out to a count of 4, in and out to a count of 5. You can even do a box breath which helps get all of the systems of the body into coherence. I'm going to do a box breath with you right now so that you can feel that sense of relaxation. Now, when you do this, I want you to visualize breathing in and out through the heart. Why? Well, since we're talking about energy, frequency of an EKG, or the, let's put it a little bit differently, the electromagnetic signal of the heart, or what the heart puts out, is far greater than what the brain puts out. When you are thinking from the brain and trying to control the heart, you freak out. Why? Because the smaller signal is trying to drive the bigger signal. It doesn't work very well. If instead you're breathing in and out and focusing on the heart, the bigger signal allows the smaller signal to rest. Oh, thank God the heart has taken charge. And everything feels much, much better. We have an amazing head on our shoulders, not just to use it, but to follow orders from the heart, not to try to drive the heart. The head shouldn't try to drive the heart, but instead take orders from the heart. So what I'd like you to do is we're going to breathe in and out to the heart. And we're going to do this to a count of 5. It's called a box breath because we are going to pause on the top of the breath. Don't worry, you'll be fine. You just follow along with me. And we're going to pause at the bottom of the breath. That is the hardest part. Just hang in there with me. Don't worry, there will be another breath coming along. Here we go. In through the nose, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in and out. One more time. In and out. Can you feel that buzz, that tingling? Or I'm getting a little bit sweaty here from doing this. When you're playing with the breath, you're playing with energy, and you're also calming and quieting the mind because you're focusing on the breath. Now, you certainly could be saying, will I be able to get to 5 before I need to breathe? Or I'll be able to hold to 5. Will I, will I, will I? But you're not thinking about politics. You're not thinking about what's coming next. You're not thinking about anything to do with the virus or anything to do with anything else. You are focused on your breath. You are in a breath-centered place. That's where we get to start to play with energy. That's where we get to start to find your happy. A few more little energy hacks here as we dive into happiness. Earlier today, I did a second interview with CJ Liu. Oh my God, do I love CJ. She is off the rocker funny, and we really got off the rocker funny laughing going. In fact, Bernie Siegel and I were talking about the power of laughter in changing your energetic state. You want to go to happy, go to laughter, go to tickling, go to getting tickled, go to a funny movie. Well, just speaking with CJ was like a funny movie. And lately, my energy has been so up and up, it's easy for me to kick over into an uncontrollable laughter state, which never appeared on air until this week. I believed. And I was struggling to keep myself grounded so that I wasn't cracking up with her. And so what did I do? Well, I grabbed this beautiful, beautiful gift of a stone that the Pookie gave me when she came back from Sedona right before the whole world changed till only a couple short months ago. An obsidian stone with a satin sheen to it. I don't remember if there's a technical term to it. And what I did is I used this for grounding. Now, there is a technique, or there is an energy called earthing. Not sure if I call it a technique and energy. We'll call it a science of earthing. That's not what I'm talking about for grounding, although that can be very powerful and super important. But what I needed to do is control the flow of energy inside of me. And so what I did is I grabbed this stone to use it for grounding, and I started breathing while doing clockwise circles with my thumb, in and out, in and out, in and out. And now I'm a love and light kind of guy. So what I was doing is I'm saying, I send love, I send love, I send love. And what I was doing was taking that nervous energy, that energy of laughter, and transmuting it into love right there on the spot, and helping drop myself down in. It helped. It grounded me. It kept me from cracking up. It's something you can use to transmute that nervous energy into happiness, into love, into whatever you'd like. In fact, you don't need a stone to do it. You can do it just by circulating your energy and your breath. So if I have you, we're doing lots of fun hacks here tonight. If I have you just sit up good and tall, and I have you breathe in while imagining that you're drawing energy up from the ground, up from the earth, through your tailbone, up your spine, back up and out, and then down around in front of you, and back up, and down around in front of you. In fact, let's do that a couple times. So I'd like you to imagine, in fact, put your feet down on the bottom of your chair or down on the floor. Breathe in, up through your spine, up, feel a tingling going up through the top of your spine, and out. Exhale, feel that energy arcing around back down into the ground. And breathe in, up through your feet, up through your spine, your tailbone, up, and out the top of your head. And exhale, and back down around goes the energy into the ground. And breathe in again. You're breathing in through your feet, in through your tailbone, up through your spine, energy up and out, and down and around in front of you. And one more time, breathe in through those feet, up through the tailbone, up with that energy out the top of your head, and back down and around in front of you. You are learning, you can relax now. You are learning how to play with energy. Why am I having you play with energy tonight? Because happiness is an energy. Happiness is an emotion. As I was talking about earlier, it is energy in motion. When I talk about getting to a state of happy, what I'm talking about is learning how to steer or guide your energy exactly where you want it to go. When you learn how to play with energy, what you're doing is you're grabbing the largest lever on the railroad tracks, and you can see that locomotive heading your way, and you're pulling it from that track of fear, worry, and anxiety, and going ka-chunk, and taking it right down onto the track you want. You can steer that into happiness. You can steer it into peace. You can literally steer it into healing as well. I might do a Qigong exercise with you. What I was doing is muscle testing, and I was going, do I go to Qigong right now? I might do that in a little bit so that we can play with even more techniques for happiness. Other than this, there are the basics, of course. Where you put your attention is where your emotions are going to follow. If you go online and you look at kitty cats, you look at puppies, you look at bunnies, that is where your emotional state is going to follow. And you're going to find that it comes up. You're going to get an oxytocin response. If you focus on, I don't know, cleaning detergents or God knows what, that is where your emotional response is going to go as well. So this is the time to focus on puppies and unicorns. It's also the time to go to laughter, which means watch for the energetic drains. What's an energetic drain? The ironic thing about Netflix and Amazon right now, Amazon Prime and probably HBO and everything else out there, we ingest at the resonant frequency we are vibrating at. Let me repeat that. We ingest, we crave to take in through our mouth, through our nose, through our ears, through our eyes, the energy at the resonant frequency we're vibrating at. Which means if we're feeling like crap, we want to eat crap. If we're feeling like the whole world is screwed and doomed, we are going to watch movies, end of the world kind of movies, where things are screwed and doomed. There's a reason there were so many zombie movies until this year. There's a reason that you can't go on Netflix or Amazon Prime right now and not see movies about the end of the world as we know it, because that's the resonant frequency that we are vibrating at. Yes, as a collective, we are doing our best to call in a collective nightmare because it's all energy and we create with our minds. Conversely, we can choose a higher vibration and create a collective dream world, an energetic positive state change. In other words, make happiness our baseline. How? Watch your puppies and unicorns movies. Watch your movies that make you want to pee laughing. Watch your movies that make you want to fall off of the couch laughing. Watch the silly, goofy, fun, light-hearted movies that bring you up, that bring you joy, that are vibrating at a higher state. Instead of going for the junk food, get an orange in you, get an apple in you, get a juice in you. The Pookie, I have never seen her juicing so much on her own as she is doing this week, because it's a higher vibrational state. And that's what she's calling in. That's what she's attracted to. And that is raising her state through her food. Look at what you ingest. Look at your conversations. Look at who you're hanging with online. Look at your Zoom calls. Look at the works. Is it bringing you up? Is it bringing you down? Is it filling your cup? Is it draining you out? Realize you have a job to do. Talked about it a lot on Tuesday night. I'm not sure if I'll go there too much tonight. But you are an energetic being having a human existence. You came into the world at this time to help pump up the field. The field is being squashed down on one side. We get to bring it up just by working on our energetic state. That's why we're having our next boot camp on Monday. Woohoo! A class Monday through Friday where we're going to work on our energetic state and help make happiness your baseline. Why? I'm very, very selfish. I want the world a better place for me. I want the world a better place for my future kids. I want the world a better place for all of us. How does it start? It starts with you. Because if I can raise your energy to the max, you're going to end up raising somebody else's energy. They're going to raise somebody else's energy. They're going to raise somebody else's energy. We're going to hit critical mass. So be sure to subscribe and share this puppy. Share what you're watching right now so we can hit a critical mass. Yes, subliminal thumbs up this thing. But on Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern PM, 5:30 Pacific, we are going to get together as a group, raise our vibration, learn tools, learn techniques, do group meditations, do tapping sessions, do all sorts of cool stuff together to get our vibration up, but to learn how to keep it there. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to have waves and troughs, but the waves and troughs that I have at this point, even though the troughs can be low, are on average a much higher median or a much higher mean. They're a much higher level. You can get there too by learning how to play with energy. So we're going to have that boot camp this Monday through Friday. It's only $7. It's 5 nights, $7. It's recorded if you can't make any of the classes. Recorded if you can't make all of the classes. We do have scholarships available if you can't afford the $7. In fact, the last time on Tuesday, we had so many pressing the dollar button on here and donating. It's $7 to get in. If you donate another $7, we match it. You get 2 more people in. And so we had people donating $10, donating $20. And I think we were able to get in an extra 20 plus people by the end of our YouTube Live on Tuesday from your kind donations. We want to help everyone we can at this time. We're biased. If we help you, you help the world. And it is about hitting a critical mass of positive energy. So puppy unicorns and rainbows are actually the most important thing in the world right now. Maybe I'm the first person to ever say that. Puppies, rainbows, and unicorns, can't forget kitty cats, are the most important things in the world at this time, because what they represent is an energetic state change. Of course, we also have our automatic writing program, automaticwriting.com. Why do I mention this? Because if you want to vibrate at the highest level that you can, talk with God. I'm not kidding. I had Bernie Siegel on earlier today. He was talking about walking around, literally having conversations with God. His wife used to look at him kind of strange. Who are you talking to? But the voice would speak back in his head. That's what we teach with automatic writing. First, it comes out of your pen. Then you learn how to have that communication through your head. Call it God, call it source, call it angels. I call it angels. Have those communications with angels. Those are the highest level communications you can have. Why, when I teach people automatic writing, do people, especially people who are really depressed, start to feel so much better, even if they don't get words coming out on the page? Because they're connecting with source, with universe, with angels at a higher level. That's where the game is played, ladies and gentlemen. It's played up here in the higher room. And I want to teach you everything I can to give you an ice axe so that you can go ka-chunk and pull yourself up to that higher room, which means go to prayer. This is a time to ask for help. Angels, guides, universe, God, source, Mother Mary, Jesus, Allah, Jehovah, Buddha, help me out now. You are always surrounded by love. You are always surrounded by the energy of joy. You are always surrounded by the energy of happiness. You simply need to put your awareness and your attention there and call it in. Just like the angels themselves, you are surrounded by angels. If you've ever had the car turn on you just before you were going to hit someone or something, that was an angel. You didn't consciously do that with your mind. You had no idea what was going on, and all of a sudden you horked the wheel. But they won't come in and help you out, other than life or death matters, unless you ask. So go to prayer, and call them in. Lastly, sing, dance, walk around going, woohoo! I wake up in the morning. I do it silently so that I don't freak the Pookie out or wake her up, but I'm going, woohoo! 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 Do you see what I'm doing with my body? Some people look at this and they get turned off. First off, it's hard when you're at a lower vibration to handle higher vibration. That's playing with energy. But what I'm doing is I'm raising my hands. I'm bringing my energy up. There's a reason this is a victory symbol. You are, woohoo, raising your energy to the max. Put your hands up right now. Try this with me, just 3 times. Woohoo! 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 You are bringing your energy up. And do something creative. Paint, draw, sing, dance. Do all at the same time if you can find a way to do it. I guess that would be like, foot painting or something on a giant piece of paper. When you're in a creative state, you're plugged into this higher vibrational frequency. You're plugged into the vibration of song. You're plugged into the vibration of God. You lose a sense of time when you're in this happy, joyous state. Now, you might feel like you're really concentrating and can't think that you're happy. But when you lose that sense of time, you are plugged into source energy. Then, of course, there's chocolate. But that's a topic for a whole nother day. So with that said, I want to open it up to some questions here. And I want to encourage you to find your happy no matter what. So I'm going to massage the Pookie's shoulder here just so that she's away. Actually, she is actually ahead of me. Oh my God, Travis. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Travis has 1, 2, 3, 4 donations.
With puppies and rainbows and unicorns.
Oh my God, Travis, with puppies and rainbows and unicorns. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? And this is a statement. How does it get any better than this? I've taken the best from the best. This is from a gentleman named Dane here. He's the first person I heard it from. And how does it get any better than this to me means is when something's incredibly positive, you recognize for what it is. How does it get any better than this? When something's incredibly negative, again, energy that we can transmute. How does it get any better than this? Meaning we can only go up from here. So I like to say there is only good or better. No matter what is happening, there is good or better. Everything else is simply a label, a story that we put on it. So let us go from there, and I'm going to turn the mic to the Pookster here.
Okay, our first question is from
Q.
Of course. Thank you, Q. Okay, what would be your number one new hack everyone can use tonight to create happiness and joy in their lives from your knowledge of NLP and LOA, meaning law of attraction?
Oh my gosh. Well, those are in conflict, Q. By conflict, I mean number one thing and new thing and LOA thing and NLP. I play with all of them. New is a great question. New actually for me is allowing myself to laugh. And by that, I mean, I have since my second near-death experience, Q, I have a deep honk of a laugh that only comes out when the Pookster messes with me historically. That is closer and closer to the surface lately. And I have given myself permission to allow out. During this time period, we have a sense inside of us of, it's weird, it's a collective sense of guilt or lack of permission and happiness that says, wait, people are suffering, people are dying, people are this. I can't allow myself to be happy during this time. And we squash that happiness down. We get to give ourselves permission to be giddy, give ourselves permission to laugh, give ourselves permission to be happy, or give ourselves permission to cry and honk and laugh on the mic if that's what it takes. So maybe that's the ultimate hack right now, is giving myself permission in a time where so few of ourselves are giving ourselves permission. We feel guilty, we feel bad, we feel we can't do that right now. That's disrespectful somehow. I say it's disrespectful to stay in a lower vibration state. Do what you can to get into a higher vibration. Now, a quick NLP hack is when I go, how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than that, than this? I am associating. A good shamanic tool is the hand clap coming together. A good NLP, neuro-linguistic programming tool, is the hand clap coming together. And a hand clap to me, I have entrained to represent a happiness state. So I used to be a professional bicycle racer. And in my latter years, I would get really, really nervous before a bicycle race. Yes, I get the flip flop in the belly. And what would happen is I would get so nervous that my body would go to a fight or flight response cue. And in that fight or flight response, I am flooded with dopamine. I'm flooded with epinephrine. I am flooded with glucose. Well, that's good, right? Glucose to start your bike race. That's going to give you a spike, a positive spike of energy. Oh, the key word here is spike. My dad was a wrestler in high school, way back before they understood this kind of thing. And they used to give him sugar tablets before he would wrestle in high school. And guess what would happen? He would do the same thing I would do. He'd take the sugar tablets, the same as me getting that glucose in me, and he would be ferocious and unstoppable for the first few minutes. And then he would be coma boy by the end of it. And he would lose because his blood sugar would crash. Getting yourself into a fight or flight state and getting your glucose pumping through your veins before the start of the race is the surefirest way to conk out a lap or two into the race. We need to get you out of a fight or flight response. So I went to NLP and I tried to picture the most positive place that I could. For me, it was being on a inflatable mattress attached by a rope to the back of a sailboat, sailing throughout Penobscot Bay, Maine, where the water was so clear I could see down to the sea urchins. I could see the fish below me. Thankfully, no real shark or anything big like that. It was just so incredibly peaceful and tranquil, and it made my heart soar. And so I associated that image of being in Penobscot Bay on that air mattress. I associated that image with such peace, with such relaxation, with such joy. And then I associated that with the word yes. When I say yes, I'm there on the mattress. Yes, I'm there on the mattress in such peace. Yes, I'm there in the mattress in such joy. And then I associated hand clapping with it. Yes, yes, yes. And what I found is before a race, I would go yes, yes, yes. Maybe a little bit quietly so that people didn't look at me like I was nuts. And now I was grounded and ready to go. And so now, here tonight, Q, when I go, how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? I am instantly, without thought, put in that energetic state pattern throughout my body, throughout my neurology of happiness, of joy, of peace, of excitement, of bliss, all together as one, just by going yes. So beautiful, beautiful question, Q, and love having you here and all of your wonderful words of wisdom you've been sharing with people. You hold big space. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, our next question is from Denise. How do you get your root chakra to flow?
Ooh, that is a brilliant question, Denise. So root chakra, first off, I like being on the earth. And so I would go and put my feet on the earth or put my feet on a grounding pad if I can't get to the earth. And at a minimum, envisioning my feet, picture having these big, huge native feet, massive toes. They look almost like as strong as monkey feet or giant hands, picturing them rooting into the earth. Feel the ground beneath your feet. You can do this imaginally. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Scrunch your toes. Dig into the ground. And now you can simply envision energy coming up to the root chakra and back down. And up to the root chakra. I like going from behind to in front. Behind to in front. This is one simple technique. Another one is the pinwheel. It's going to seem really goofy, but it works really, really well. Put a pinwheel down at your root chakra. Looks really funny. Might not want to envision it in public. As you breathe in, see the pinwheel start to spin. As you breathe out, it spins even more. In it spins, out it spins. I have it coming up the right, down the left, up the right, down the left, down from the heart, up on the other side, down from the heart, up on the other side. And as you start to see that pinwheel spin, you are opening up your chakra and getting that energy flowing again. Now, the trick is we want to work with all of your chakras and get them in balance. We don't want to stay focused on simply the root chakra, but you can lean into your body and feel into it, as I'm sure you've done, and say, where is the energy stuck? Sometimes we have the reverse situation where we are all up here and scattered in light and love and puppies and unicorns, and we're completely ungrounded, which may not be that our first chakra is stuck, but that we are unbalanced with everything going on up here, and we have to work to root ourselves and bring ourselves down into that earth energy. Brilliant, brilliant question. What's the name? Denise. Thank you.
Yes. Our next question is from Patty. Anything a person can do for a stuck diaphragm? This has to do with the deep breathing you were doing earlier.
Yes.
And several people had trouble expanding their their lungs and breathing deep?
Okay, so and those are two key areas. So first off, what we can do for a stuck diaphragm, and certainly we can do the pinwheel exercise down at the level of the diaphragm as well, and can't recommend it enough. But what I'd like you to do is actually, there's two different techniques. Is one, let's practice being Santa. Now, if it's in your chest, it's not so much Santa, but we'll practice down in the diaphragm first, which is, can't really get my hands down to the diaphragm on camera here. Maybe just a little bit. Is breathe in, feel your belly expand, and out. Feel your belly contract. And in, feel your hands going out, feel that belly expand, and out. Feel it contract. And in, really push your hands out as much as you can, and out. And feel the belly contract. You can do this with your chest as well. You breathe in, feel that chest expand, feel it filling. You can picture, for either the diaphragm or the chest, picture a large balloon, either down by your belly or up in your chest, feeling it expanding, putting pressure on the inside, expanding and stretching everything out, and then contract. And so that focus with visualization and putting your hands there, which is very kinesthetic, touchy-feely, you are getting a physical response, helps you practice it. Now, when I first learned how to open up my diaphragm, I like doing a yoga exercise, which was, and forgive me, since I don't do yoga on a regular basis, I'm going to butcher the name of it, but I'm going to call this the pregnant kitty cow exercise. And the pregnant kitty cow exercise is you put all four, you can put your hands and knees on the floor, so you're facing down, and you go from a sagging belly, that's a pregnant kitty, up into a cow. Sagging kitty, up into a cow. Sagging kitty, expanding your belly as much as you can, and then back in. In essence, what we're doing is playing with moving the body. The more that you practice holding, like holding energy, holding air or holding space, the more you're going to be able to do it over time. So yes, people are laughing about pregnant kitty. When you do these exercises, work to slow the breath down and take in as much as you can. I think we scared away a few people with a pregnant kitty. What do you know?
I don't think so. Okay, next question from More Ghost. I just started meditating a couple weeks ago. I want to know why I get the statement about being a muse.
Ooh. I'm wondering if that statement of being a muse is like a thought that is coming in, or what is going on there?
Another part of the question is, I want to ask why I keep getting messages from what sounds dark, but doesn't exist and tells me to fear it, but I don't.
That is a brilliant, brilliant question. There are so many levels that we can go with this. First off, you might go into a state of love and light before you go into meditation, because who knows what you're plugging in with. And while from a shamanic terms, there are different layers of energy and all these things, I don't believe in good and bad. I believe in only good or better. There can be trapped energy. There can be stuck energy. There can be energies that are lost and need to find their way home, which you might be plugging into. Or it could simply be your ego as a pissed off mofo with you. But what I would do before I go into meditation is I would go into a beautiful little protection prayer. What's this protection prayer? I don't believe there's anything like really bad that we have to be protected by, but we want to tune into the highest vibrational frequency we can. I call this prayer G-Spy, because the words stand for guiding, surrounding, protecting, imbuing. It goes like this. And pray to the highest level, whatever that you believe in. Could be inner wisdom, could be source, could be love, could be God, could be universe, could be giant cheeseburger in the sky. And I use the word God. So Thank you, God. And I don't believe in a bearded white guy up in the sky. I believe in love. I believe in quantum energy in a quanta field. I believe in a love that surrounds and perfuses and permeates every cell of our beingness. Thank you, God, for guiding me with your love and light. Thank you, God, for surrounding me with your love and light. Thank you, God, for protecting me with your love and light. Thank you, God, for imbuing me with your love and light. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And while you do that, I picture being surrounded by this growing, living, golden, glowing orb of light that we are sitting inside of us, that is protecting us, that is supporting us, that is absolutely loving us up. Now, as for being a muse, I'm not sure exactly what that means. And if it was me, I would go into my automatic writing and I'd be saying, hey, what's going on here? What am I learning from? What am I hearing? And what does it mean to be a muse? But a muse is somebody who is drawing in creative energy. And so I see only positives of that. The Pookster is a muse for me. Just being in her presence, and I can't help but write better. I can't help but speak better. She's like, why do you want me next to me? Want me next to you when I'm on the mic? Well, because she is a tuning fork, help bringing in this creative energy to me, and hopefully vice versa as well. But you can be a muse for yourself, and you can also be plugging into muses as well. So I consider this beautiful creative energy and space from the universe. So let's play with that. Let me know how that goes. And go to love, go to love, go to love in meditation. If you are hearing anything other than love, that isn't your higher self or source. Pause, breathe, change the channel.
Did you say you thought you were my muse?
I said the term hopefully. Ow. Ow. I think she may have just said mentally the anti-muse.
Guess it depends for what.
I heard you.
You're my muse for athletic endeavors.
What she's really saying is, if I want to tap in, this is Pookie speaking. If I want to tap into the creative space, I want you as far away from me and as quiet as you possibly can be, so I can hear my own energy and think.
Yes, you know me really well.
Oh no. Give me the stone. Let's get grounded.
I could say more about that, but I won't because there are a lot of questions.
All right. And we really don't want me crying on the mic yet.
Okay.
It's way too early for that.
Meredith asks, I'm feeling very alone today, especially so. I've been doing Ho'oponopono. Michael, any advice?
Meredith, let's group hug it right here, right now. Everybody, are you ready? We are going to give Meredith the most beautiful group hug in the world. All right, here we go. Hug in love, and out love and companionship. In love for everybody in the group here, and out love and companionship. Massage yourself on the shoulders. In love, and out love and companionship. Oh, feel that group hug. How does it feel? We're missing this right now, Meredith. We're missing the literal connection. We're missing the tiny nuanced connection of saying hi to a barista, hi to somebody at the grocery, hi to somebody on the bus or on the streets or anywhere. We are not getting this connection right now. See all these people giving you a beautiful, beautiful energy hug? That's what we need. Don't be afraid, Meredith, to ask for it. I'm so glad that you mentioned it. To ask for it during this time, because we all need it. We all deserve it. We are group creatures. It's really weird when they say herd immunity, because on the one hand, I don't think of us as a herd. On the other hand, we need group love. We need it. So ask for it, bring it, and draw it in. So one more time, big, big hug to you, Meredith. Big, big hug to everyone. And yes, so that I hold my man card, I go, man hug when I'm doing that man thing, but hug everybody up. All right. Love you, Meredith.
Okay, from Jean. What are some good high vibrational foods?
Oh, Jean. Is it Jean or Jeannie?
Jean Jacobs.
Jean Jacobs. That is a great question. Not sugar. Right now, we are craving the low vibrational foods of processed, of sugar, of fats, although there are good healthy fats, and of salt, although there is Himalayan sea salt. Look for foods that are not processed, that are as close to their original form as possible, that have not been killed or murdered or brutalized, and that have as much color as possible. It could be some dark leafy greens. It could be some bell peppers. It could be an orange. It could be so many beautiful things. It can be Indian food. Oh my God, or so many other ethnicities made with love. Made with love. These are high vibrational foods. For myself, I love fresh fruits and vegetables, and I was looking to see if there's some habanero sauce or something next to me. I'm going for the hottest foods. I consider those for me the highest vibrational foods. Give me a ghost pepper. Give me, although this name sounds awful, a Carolina Reaper. Give me that habanero. But eat fresh foods. It does the body good. It's interesting. Late at night, we all get the munchies. Why? Because I think it's a seitan and ghrelin, and I get those, I might butcher their names a little bit. We get the hormone inside of us that says that we're full, and it dials down. We get the hormone inside of us that says we are hungry, and it dials up, and we can't slow down our appetite. And during this time, since we are swimming in a field of freaky tiki nervous energy, meaning the energy of everybody around us, we go to a state of fight or flight, and we try to pack on the sugar and calories to support everyone. Why? Because if we're freaked out as a society, if we're freaked out as a species, then we think there might be a famine coming. And what do you want to do if there's a famine coming? I don't know about you, but I want to eat as much as I can in advance so that I have the calories to make it through that, so that I have some meat on my bones in case times get lean. Look at the words. In case time gets lean. And so we start eating for everyone around us, and we get to find a way to short circuit it. For myself, going to an orange stops that sugar craving, stops that desire to eat 1,001 things that aren't good for me. One thing to watch for is watch for sugar. Why in particular sugar? Sugar begets sugar. Sugar lights up the microbiome in ways that nothing else does. Yes, it is crack, heroin, and cocaine to our nervous system, and there is a huge addictive quality, but it is also crack, heroin, and cocaine to our microbiomes in our gut. So if you think about sugar, you start craving it. If you have sugar, you start craving it. The more sugar that you have, the more the bacteria inside of you wake up, and the more you're going to want. So if you get into a sugar loop, see what you can do to cut it off. Have something bitter, have something sour, have something astringent, have something that cuts off that signal. For myself, as we are starting into this coronavirus time, it would be a teaspoon or more of apple cider vinegar. Ew, you might say. Well, what it did is it squashed the sugar response cold.
Related question. I hope you can answer it quickly because I'm cutting it in front of others. Even organic coconut sugar?
Even organic coconut sugar. Organic coconut sugar means it doesn't necessarily have the chemicals to it, and it might be healthier, relatively speaking, than cane sugar, although might be a little bit questionable. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't play one on TV. But what they found is even foods like stevia will produce the same sugar response and crash in your body. Because if we go back to something like Ayurveda, it is the taste that matters, not the source or the calories. Sugar begets sugar, whether it's coconut sugar, whether it's maple syrup, whether it's God's greatest sugar, sugar begets sugar. And I'm not saying that there's not a time and a place for it. How was that for a fast response?
Nice. Okay. Amanda asks, is there anything you can suggest to heal social anxiety?
Amanda, visualization is my first tool that I go to with social anxiety. I've done a lot of work with coaching clients on social anxiety. It's not something that is taken care of overnight because it is a protective mechanism of the nervous system gone awry. In other words, your social anxiety served you as a child, probably keeping you safe, keeping you small. The trick is it got oversensitized at some point, and so we have to dial it back. Visualization helps. Tapping helps. Emotion code, or the clearing technique that I do, helps. All of these things over time put into practice help, which means I tend to take a very kind, gentle, easy, good, loving, slow approach to social anxiety. I don't go, you are healed, and raise my hand off of your forehead and say you have no more social anxiety. Although if you believed it, then it would actually work. But I take a kitchen sink approach. Your biggest way to get through social anxiety is to set intention each and every day, write it out each and every morning, that I will take one small step forward, leaning into my social anxiety. It could be a tiny bit of practice, a tiny bit on Zoom. I've seen so many people in our classes go from just have their name on the screen in Zoom and they're completely silent, to maybe then adding something in the chat room, then maybe actually saying something, then maybe being visible a tiny bit, maybe when we do our woohoo exercise or the dancing at the beginning of our boot camps, to all of a sudden completely showing themselves and bearing their soul, being present with practice. Most important thing, this is not something wrong with you. It is not something broken. It is not even something that needs to be fixed. It is a hypersensitive or extra strong safety mechanism in you that we get to simply dial down and focus the energies in other directions. So love yourself up, and love yourself up with this no matter what. All right.
Okay, next question from Denise. I wanted to know what it means that I said years ago that when I saw unicorns and rainbows, I would win the jackpot lottery. And I saw your video's name on a garage pad down my street that had the same.
I'm going to have to read this too.
And saw your video's name on a garage pad down my street.
And I saw your video's name. Okay, so the video for today.
Oh, okay.
Okay, saw the videos for today on a garage pad down the street. So what Denise is asking is she going to win the lottery? Is what I believe, Denise. Denise, I'm going to be completely biased here. You won the lottery by watching this. Why? You got to spend time with myself, with Pookie, with all these amazing souls. If that's not good enough, then you're learning how to transmute energy. Why is that better than winning the lottery, or why is it winning the lottery? Because if you look at the statistics, the amount of people who are miserable after having won the lottery is like 9 out of 10. More than that, something like 80 or 90% of people who win the lottery have declared bankruptcy within 5 years. So we're saving you from bankruptcy here. Why did they have to declare bankruptcy? Because they hadn't worked on the wounds, the traumas, and the beliefs, how to play with energy on the inside before they got the ticket. So the outer world is a reflection of the inner world. You win the lottery temporarily, the outer world is going to reflect something different than the inner world, but it will always come back to baseline. Work on, or learn how to work on the inner energy, the inner state, and that will then reflect in your outer circumstances. So in that sense, you have, by learning how to play with energy, by learning how to shift your baseline, I'm sure you've heard the expression, as above, so below. As above, in the state of energy, the liminal field, the other side of the veil, as you learn how to play with there, or the within place, then your outer world begins to reflect it. Brilliant, brilliant question, Denise.
Okay, another question from a different Denise. Is diaphragmatic breathing better than chest breathing?
Yes, Denise, but let's take it one step at a time. So if you picture your lungs as a bell, or let's make it even simpler, as a pyramid or even a triangle, the deeper you breathe, the more surface area there is for the breath gas to exchange in your body. O2 goes in, this is really simplifying it. O2 goes in, CO2 goes out. If you're breathing at the top of the bell, right up here, there's almost no gases exchange, and you need to breathe a whole bunch and very fast in order to get any air in, and you continuously feel like you're constricted. Okay. If we drop down into the chest, you're breathing deeper down into that triangle. We get more gases exchange. We start to breathe a little easier. We can breathe a little bit slower. We stop being quite that squirrel on crack. Now let's breathe deeper. And we go to the bottom of the bell, where one breath carries us so far. And we get into entrainment, alignment, and coherence, or you can call it accord. And soon, Pookie, would you mind turning on the big lights for us? Noticing it's getting dark on the screen. The big lights are on.
You have
A blue filter on?
yes.
Ah. When you breathe down here, the whole body starts to relax. Now, if you want to start by learning how to breathe up here, that's great. But we want to start dropping it down further and further still. One thing that you can do is simply, you can do this while doing email, you can do it while on social media, although that could be a little bit challenging, is work to extend your breath. You can do this while walking. We made a program years ago. Well, actually, we wrote the book, Barefoot Walking, and which we talked about walking meditations and syncing with the breath. We made a program called Mindful Running. Mindfulrunning.org is where you can check it out, where what we did is we had people walk while counting their steps to their breath. Inhale, step, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, step, 2, 3, 4. And extend. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The longer we start to expand our breath, the naturally we find ourselves breathing deeper and deeper and deeper still. A brilliant, brilliant question. I would certainly practice this, and I would do it, like I said, just on email, seeing, can I extend my breath? And a fun exercise that I like doing is saying, well, while I'm responding to email, can I do it to a 6 count? Can I do it to a 7, a 10, a 15? Can I do it to a 30-second count where I breathe in so deep? And what I would probably do is breathe in for 15 seconds, hold for 15 seconds, and then exhale, where I breathe in so deep that I only need 2 breaths a minute. And at that point, I look like Santa Claus. I look like a koala. I look like a kangaroo with a baby kangaroo in there, or certainly the pregnant kitty, or what's been around here lately, the pregnant golden mantle squirrel, as I am breathing in taking in so much air. Bring it over to you, and I'm gonna hold my nose here for a sec, so if you can hold that. Thank you. For the next question.
So this is a question from Michelle. I'm not sure what she's referring to, but you might.
Mhm.
She writes, is that like pelvic tilts, Michael?
So I think what Michelle is talking about is our pregnant kitty earlier.
Oh.
And I'm going to go with no. So pelvic tilt, Michelle, is a very good thing to work on, particularly for our core, for all our movement, for running, Michelle, and for so many things. But in this case, you're kind of letting it all go when you're doing the pregnant kitty. Don't focus so much on the pelvis. Focus almost on having a weight attached to your belly button and pulling down to the ground. Feel that weight, pulling your belly, pulling that belly. and then bring it back up. Yes, that is a bit of a pelvic tilt, but don't worry about that part. Take the weight down, bring it back up. Another way to think about it is you've got the pregnant kitty, you've got arch, scared kitty. Pregnant kitty, arch, Halloween kitty. You don't have to worry about the pelvis part at all. I saw that comment.
That's it for questions.
All right. Is there anything you want us to cover? And please, if you enjoy this, thumbs up it, share this thing with everybody, and make sure you subscribe for our next event, and hit the bell icon to be notified of our next event. So if you subscribe, our next YouTube Live is going to be on Sunday night. And then we are going to have, is it Monday that we're going to have? Who is on Monday?
Is it Bill Bennett?
I believe it is Bill Bennett. That we have an amazing, amazing award-winning documentary filmmaker talking about fear. It'll be the opposite of a fear-filled interview on Monday. But subscribe, give us the thumbs up, and hit that bell icon to be notified. I want to see if there's anything you want me to cover. I should mention the boot camp coming up again. And then we'll do a little tapping for people tonight and end it on that note where we transmute some energy. And then the hoopster here is going to get an early night's sleep. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Oh, Elaine asked, can you please tell me how to donate for your boot camp scholarship? Elaine, the simplest way is you're going to find just below this little chat room, you see a little $ button. And it is, as Travis was donating earlier tonight, it's dollar for dollar. So $7 gets somebody else in, and we match it with another $7. But you can donate any dollar amount you want. So just click on that dollar icon and it will follow you through how to do that. That's the simplest way, Elaine. But most importantly, thank you, because we all want to work together to help everyone out we can. All right. Anything else you want to make sure that we cover here, Poopster? Anything on your mind? Anything you've been thinking about? Anything that you want to talk about at all? How about the kitties and the golden squirrels? And let us talk about boot camp. I am so excited for boot camp. Boot camp's coming this Monday through Friday. If you have anybody in the chat room who has been to one of our boot camps, please feel free to share how it went, how it felt. Because we're going to be doing this Monday through Friday, 8:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. East Coast, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. It'll be 6:30 Central. It'll be 7:30. Is that 6:30 Central? Am I getting this time right? 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, 6:30 Mountain, 5:30 Pacific. Oh my God, Denise, how does it get any better than this? Thank you for your very, very kind donation. So, and we are going to spend time as a group helping you dive into your heart, helping you open up your heart, which tends to be walled off during this time. We all get into this protective state. And we're going to help you open your heart back up, which is going to allow you to breathe so much more easily. We're going to be doing lots of transmuting of energy. We're going to be clearing wounds. We literally do energetic clearing exercises together, which are really, really cool. Kind of gets your hair up on ends, goosebumps, so to speak. And we are going to help make happiness your baseline. I think I just saw 111 as well, as Keith just put it. So, woohoo! All right, so that will be Monday through Friday. $7 is it. It's recorded if you can't make all of the classes, if you can only make one of them. And we have scholarships available. If you can't afford to join us, just reach out. Is it the same link as before? Is there a special place to reach out to?
Yes. I'll post the link.
So the Pookster will post a link for where you can. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Elaine, so much. Thank you, Elaine, so much, because we have kind people making donations to help you get in. We don't want to have to turn anyone away, because this is the greatest thing. This is the greatest thing in the world. There's so many greatest things in the world. Let's not over exaggerate here, Michael. With that said, if we can change your energetic state and you can change somebody else's energetic state, then this is the greatest thing in the world. So come join us, or come and help somebody else to be able to join us as well. We would love to have you there. All right. With that said, I want to dive into a tapping exercise. And so I need to tap into where everybody is at tonight. So Q, you rock. You are awesome, my friend. You are awesome. I keep seeing the green thumb come up. You are awesome. I need to know from everybody, please put in your chat room. Thank you, Lisa, so much. Please put in the chat room right here. What are, for Michael to buy some cocoa. The Pookster is concerned, Q. We bought organic cacao and reishi earlier this week, but I had, I'm going to call it bad chocolate chips last week that spun me out. And so I took a week off from cacao minus her chocolate chip pancakes. They're divine. And now I'm going to start back into this tomorrow morning. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? And thank you so much, Q. I need to know from people what people are most concerned, worried, or scared about tonight so that we can do some tapping on this. Yes, we are not sponsored by this brand. We are not sponsored by anybody. We're open if they're in alignment, but we're not. But I need to know what people are worried, concerned, afraid about tonight so that I can find what has the greatest emotional charge or bite, and so that we can work as a group to short that out. So please, off in the chat room right now, please let us know, what are you most worried about? What are you most concerned about? What are you most upset about? It's interesting, Zoe Blue. I was mentioning getting our mojo back as a possible title for this, wasn't I? Remember that? Mm-hmm. I did say that. Worried about, More Ghost is worried about people's fear. Yes, truly, as Winston Churchill put it, there is nothing to fear but fear itself. So let's see what comes up here. Please put your fears down. I feel like, is this Jeopardy or something? Please put your answers down. I'm impressed. Nobody is putting any fears down. Worried about people losing their businesses. Okay. People are afraid of change. The economy. Let's go with rather than people are afraid of. What are you afraid of? So we've got afraid of president, afraid of tornadoes. Oh, Susan, we got to send you love then. We got to send you love. Got to send you love. Randy, how does it get any better than this? Thank you so much for your kind donation. That brings another couple people into the boot camp. Woohoo! Woohoo! Exhausted, tired. Marie, or Mary, this is a biggie. Lisa saying, boot camps help me feel grounded, help reduce anxiety and stress. Thank you, Lisa. Losing business. Okay, Zoe, that's a big one. Started wearing my hematite necklace to ground me. Michael, do you know some grounding stones? Maybe he could share some. I am a huge hematite fan, Elaine. I am a huge look for what's in your backyard. What kind of granite? What kind of obsidian? What do you have that is the strongest, most powerful grounding one? So play with them and feel them out, which is hard during this time because we can't really go into crystal shops. Safety, money. It's dangerous more than the virus. Fear. I think, okay, fear. All right. Prayers and love to Susan. Absolutely. Money, says Denise. Uncertainty. So I'm going to start writing these down. So I think the biggest that we have at the moment are fear, and fear, uncertainty, money, losing business. Oh my God, thank you, Skylark. How does it get any better than this? I've done the math. That's approximately 3 people that we get in, Skylark, from that. So thank you.
Did you thank Randy?
I want to make sure I did. So I'm not sure if I did. Randy, I don't think I did. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy. How does it get any better than this? We are going to have such a beautiful boot camp. Please come to the boot camp. I say please because I'm very, very biased and selfish. The more people that we have at the boot camp, the more we shift your energy, the more we shift the planet. I want critical mass. I want to see so many of us together that we can't help but shift to the light. We can't help but shift to that positive energetic state and up-level humanity and up-level the planet. All right, not having enough money. Shungite. Yes, that is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stone. All right, not getting our mojo back. Oh, and exhaustion. So losing mojo and exhaustion. All right, let's see what we can do with this here. Let me take one last look here. Afraid something will happen to parents when quarantined and won't see parents again. That's been a biggie for us as well. Clarity on next steps, fear of unknown, fear of losing and not seeing parents again. Not seeing parents again. Now, I can't clear all of these at once, so let's what we can do for one clearing here tonight. And we're going to put a positive statement because what we want to do is short out a positive and negative. So we're going to do, I love myself fully and completely. A good positive statement combined with a negative. Even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, anxiety, and unsafety. Unsafety, is that a word? I'm going to call it a word. So I want to see on a level of 0 to 10. I'm going to put this in the chat room, and I want to see how scary this term is to people. I want to see that this is something around at least an 8, 9, and 10. And if not, I need to come up with something stronger. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, anxiety, and unsafety. Good night, Q. Have the most beautiful, beautiful evening ahead. Hope to see you Sunday and at the boot camp coming up. So yes, that's a hint. Third Coast. Oh my God. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Q. Third Coast. Okay, so Roz gives it a 9. How do other people feel about the statement? I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, anxiety, and unsafety. I'll call it lack of safety. Fear is what will kill them, not the virus. I couldn't agree more. So we're getting some more going to sleepage. We get a Zoe Blue 7. What else do we have? How many? Let's take a few more numbers here. 7. All right, we got to throw money in here. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, anxiety, and how do we do this? Even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, anxiety, and being wiped out financially. Let's see how that one does for people. Let's put this one up here. Elaine, you rock. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, anxiety, and being wiped out financially. 10, 10, 10. Blackstone or Crystal, negativity, new master website in regards to Monday boot camp. Love, love, love. Candace, 10, 9, great. Feeling no support. Oh, I wonder if I can add that one. Might be able to. Oh. I let myself feeling, even though I'm terrified of this constant state, fear, uncertainty. Even though not sure how to get unsupported into this one. Naoko. Hi, Naoko. 8, 10, 10, 9. Like it. All right. I'm going to go with this one as it is. I'm sorry I can't get support in tonight. Let's see if we can get lack of emotional. So, Zoe, what I would like you. Okay, so we got lack of emotional support. Isolated, loneliness, no support. Oh, gosh. Let's see if we can fit this in real quickly here. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, anxiety. Even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. Fear, anxiety, a lack of support. Let's see how this hits with people. If it gets stronger, we'll go with it. If not, we're going to go with the other one. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I've got a 10. What else do we have here? Give me those numbers. 10. Yes. Yes. All right. We're rolling with it. So if you haven't done tapping before, what we are going to do is we are simply going to tap on 8 different acupressure points, which help short out negative responses in the nervous system. This is a complete way oversimplification. Wow, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Naoko, you're rocking it by only being a 9. All my love, Naoko. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sandra, oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. Denise, we send you all our love. We send you all our love. As the Pookster says, we won't just send you luck, but we're going to send you blessings. Blessings, blessings, blessings. And thank you, Sandra, so, so much. You got 3 more people in. Thank you. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? All right. So we are going to tap on 8 different acupressure points. Just follow along with me. If you go through this tapping round with me, please don't hang up at that point, because I then want to replace it with a positive, because nature abhors a vacuum, and we absolutely want to get you to the positive after this. All right. Are we ready? Pookster, any last thoughts, anything? All right. We're diving in. Here we go. So I'm going to tap on a point. Just follow along with me, tapping on that point, and repeat the phrase out loud or your head to yourself continuously until we go on to that next point. If you feel shaky, if you feel worried, if you feel concerned, if you feel you're going to cry, that's okay. That's you about to get that energy flowing. Just breathe into it. Don't forget to breathe, and it will start to pass. You may actually cry. You may actually have a burst of emotion, but that will be getting the logger jam unjammed. All right. Let me put this in one more time in here. See if you can cut and paste this in, because it is going to go off of the screen quickly, along with my beautiful typos in here. I've got terrified. So copy that down, because it'll probably go as somebody writes something in the chat room. Here we go. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely. I'm concerned about that froze comment. Even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. Keep breathing deep, keep repeating the phrase. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. Tap up in between the eyes. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. Just to the outside of the eyes, I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. Center beneath the eyes. Keep breathing deep in and out of the nose. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. Center beneath the nose. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. Center of the chin, I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. Center of the chest, hands close together. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. Wings 2 to 3 inches below the armpits. Or if you prefer, you can tap on the top of your head. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm terrified of this constant state of fear, uncertainty, a lack of support, and being wiped out financially. Breathe in, down to the belly, and out. And in, be that pregnant kitty. And out. How are you feeling now? I know I'm a little bit buzzy, a little bit tingly, a lot calmer. What numbers would you have now? Buzzing, that you've got the energy flowing, Roz, that's awesome. I think I've just jello-fied people. Short-circuiting the fear feels great. Love it, send diva for you. Love it, love it, love it. Yawning, perfect, that's energy going. Jello, good. 3, great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So what we're going to do now, I'm a firm 4, good. Down to a 5, I'm guessing, Marie, good. Deborah, down to a 4. If you were doing this on your own and you got a 4 or 5, you might do a second round. Awesome, Naoko. Raj, awesome, awesome. Zoe, awesome. You might do another round and knock it down further, or you might go, you know what's really scaring me is X, Y, or Z, and knock it on that. So like Third Coast got down to a 7, might either do another round, Third Coast, or might say, what is scaring me the most? And then go after, more targeted, more laser focused, go after that. So since people are jellified, I don't want to leave it at just this. I want to do one round on going after the positive, and then I'm going to let us, it's up to you. I'm going to let us, the poopster and myself, have an early night's sleep, because how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Diane, buzzy, yawning, awesome, awesome, awesome. So what we do after the negatives is we simply go to the positives and we reprogram our subconscious. And so what we're going to do is we're going to whip through quickly. I'm going to go through different points. Feel free to tap along with me and just say the things as just after I say them. Upward spiral, picturing lettuce. I must have missed something, but but I love it. All right, here we go. Let us positive, or let us be positive. I'm just as corny as the rest of us, and we've got to go to humor at this time, because if we don't, what do we have? I am loved. I am supported by the universe. I am surrounded by goodness. I am surrounded by love. I am surrounded by happiness. I am surrounded by joy. Lillian, I love you. I am surrounded by love. I am surrounded by joy. I am surrounded by support. I am surrounded by happiness. I am surrounded by angels. I am surrounded by angels. I am surrounded by angels. I am protected by my guardian angels. I am protected by my guardian angels. I am protected by my guardian angels. I am so incredibly safe. I am so incredibly supported. I am so incredibly protected. I am safe. I am strong. I am confident. I am loved. I am supported. I am surrounded by love. I am surrounded by love. I am surrounded by love. I am free. I am free. I am free. Woohoo! Oh my God, am I buzzy? And I love you, Denise. And thank you, thank you, thank you. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Michelle says, bummer, I tried to donate and Pat and chat froze. Oh, I hope the chat comes back for you, Michelle. Do you feel that buzziness? Do you feel that energy? Here's the secret. You can plug into this. Yes, Deborah. Woohoo. Yes, Patty. So awesome. Lots of love, Patty. Lots of love. Lots of love. You can tap into this. Oh my God, JB. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Oh my God. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So many people are going to be able to get into our class on Monday because of this. We are going to make such a positive difference. Can't thank you enough, JB. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being you. You can choose this anytime you want. When you feel miserable, when you feel bad, when you feel that tapping is the last thing in the world that I want to do, just go tap on the positive. Just go to this video, and I'm guessing it would be at like 1:35 in. Go to an hour and 35 minutes. Go to the positives. Start your day by tapping on the positive. Then after you've built up your energy, then tap on a round of negative if you want, and then go back to the positive. This energetic state is your birthright, and you can have it any time that you want. And do come join us on Monday, where we are going to be doing the backstroke in this energetic state all week long to help make it your baseline. Doesn't mean you won't have ups and downs, but when this is your baseline, everything seems a lot lighter, a lot more enjoyable, a lot more tenable, because it is. And when you go around in this energetic state, you attract more goodness into your life. You become the attractor magnet that you were always meant to be. You truly attract greatness into your life. This buzzy, this happiness, this joyous state is your natural state of being. You are plugged in. We're always plugged into the energy of the universe, but you are feeling it more now. And I want you to be able to feel this anytime that you want. So I love you guys so, so much. Come join us Sunday. Make sure you subscribe on here and click that bell icon. That always lets you know of the next class, of the next YouTube Live, of the next premiere. Oh my God, I love you guys so, so much. I'm a little bit buzzy, and so I'm knocking over mics and all sorts of things. I am going to get myself some citrus now, which will both ground me, refresh my palate, and will keep me from going to sugar at this time as well. Although I must admit, the Pookster does use a little bit of sugar in the morning pancakes, but they are so, so divine. So love you guys so much. Love you, Marie. Love you, Patty. Love you, Elaine. Love you, JB. Love you, Denise. Love you, Randy, Skylark, Naoko, Ari McGinn, Alessandra. Hey, welcome back, Alessandra. Roz, Zoe Blue, Patty. I love you, everybody. Allison, I love you guys so much. Have the most beautiful evening ahead and Saturday ahead. Love yourself up no matter what and keep on shining bright. And I love you, Pookie. Thank you. Not for running this, but for being you. And even though I am apparently not your muse, or apparently anything even close, thank you for being mine.
You help me run faster.
Just so that you can crush me into dust. She won't say anything else. All right. Love you guys so much. Keep on shining bright. Love you guys. Woohoo.